Weights and Downer. You or someone you know has lost the ability to earn a living because someone put the company interest before their well-being. In times like these, there's one firm who has handled hundreds of catastrophic and lost earning cases. Before you settle fast with a company's attorney, give Weights and Downer a call. 985-876-0870. Weights and Downer. Let us fight for your rights.
All right, welcome back to Bayou Time. I'm Martin Foss. We're going to bring in Lieutenant and Detective David Spence from St. Mary Parish Sheriff's Office, Public Information Officer. And we appreciate you being here. You got a couple of things that took place in St. Mary Parish. So how about if we start off? First of all, we had an attempted second-degree murder in your area. So I'll give you the floor. Maybe bring us up to speed on that if you could.
Well, we had a couple of deputies that answered the original complaint on that, where there was a fight over on Martin Lane in Amelia. And so they got out there, wound up calling in a detective. They had a man that was injured with stab wounds. He was transported to a hospital for treatment. And through the investigation, these three gentlemen were arrested on attempted second-degree murder charges. That whole incident is still under investigation, with a possibility of other charges coming down or other person being charged.
Wow, that's amazing. Are these all brothers?
They are family linked, but I'm not sure exactly if they're cousins or brothers. I did see an update where they've set the bond on them at $75,000 a piece on that.
Okay. And so have you noticed an influx on those types of, and I talked about this with Terrebonne Parish Sheriff's Department all the time, is that people they don't go to the park anymore and fight it out. They grab weapons real quick. Are y'all experiencing a lot of the same things?
Right. And that is definitely something that has happened over the past few years. Used to, men especially, we just fight it out, and then after it's over with, you go about your business. But people do seem to be a lot quicker to take up weapons now and try to end their arguments that way. It's scary that that's what we rush to now.
Yeah, an average fight, they said, used to last 3 minutes, 4 minutes long. People would wear out. But when you pull that trigger on a weapon, it's a lifetime deal you got to deal with. So
right.
we always tell people, think it out before you go grab the weapon, So stop the escalation.
Cooler heads need to prevail. Just stop, relax. Don't rush to something in the heat of a moment. And then do something that you may regret later.
Yeah. Let's talk about also the arrest. A 17-year-old arrested for an unregistered weapon.
Yes, that Cameron Kenshin, it was actually him, and I think his brother was arrested. And later on, as the investigation progressed, on his phone, it was found that he had a video of sexual abuse of an animal. He had some pornography involving juveniles and some involving juveniles under 13 years of age. So a warrant was obtained for those charges. And he had not been out of jail. He was still being held. And so they just took the warrant and placed him under arrest for the additional charges. And they had
all my years of doing
bond,
this. Go ahead.
Yeah. That original bond was $350,000. Then they tacked on $560,000 on top of that. So he's got a pretty big bond set.
All my years of doing news, I've never seen one where someone had a kind of sexual abuse of an animal. That blows my mind.
Right. The world's a different place than it was like when I graduated high school in '84. It's a different place now. So.
Yeah, I guess y'all see a lot. Do y'all have to change the way y'all think as police officers when you're dealing with these type of things? I bet when y'all get back in units, sometimes you shake your head and you go, I've never had that one before.
Right. It is a bit crazy. We're seeing younger people, and I guess that's one of the things that's so bothersome about it is these younger people that are getting into more and more serious crimes at a younger age, and that's just not good. I mean, you don't want to see a kid of his age in this kind of trouble. You know, that's just it's disheartening.
And I know the sheriff, Gary Driscoll, has also been talking a lot to students and all about bicycles and trying to stop them from just roaring through intersections. We have that in Terrebonne Parish, and you know, you're worried about the car sometimes, but it's the bicyclists that you got to watch through. So I know y'all trying to get that message out.
Right, and I have some friends. We go to church in Thibodeau, and I've got a cop friend that goes to church with me, and he said, "Man, we have the same thing in Thibodeau." I mean, the kids don't think about it, and sometimes even adults too. They're riding a bicycle. They don't think that, look, you come up on a stop sign, you need to stop. And it's not so much we're trying to get you in trouble, we're trying to give you a ticket. It's just somebody rolls up and they look right, they look left, and they proceed on through. And a bicycle can move, and they won't see them. And then, you know, the worst happens where you have a crash between a bicycle versus a vehicle, and that's just not going to go well.
Well, we appreciate you, Lieutenant, coming on and sharing those news items with us. And, of course, like we tell everybody, if we can do anything for you or get the news out, just give us a call. And thank you all for what y'all do. We appreciate all the hard work that you all do in keeping our area safe.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
All right, there you have it. Lieutenant David Spence, St. Mary Parish Sheriff's Office. And also, we want to thank Sheriff Driscoll for his participation in that. We'll take a break. Don't forget, check us out on Facebook, YouTube. Catch all these segments on social media. Get the app. You can watch us that way also. And we appreciate you joining us. We'll take a short break. We'll be back with more. Today's social media segment is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System. Your health is our legacy. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not. Buick, the craft of modern luxury. St. Martin and Bork, know your rights.